I have my parcel here today that I received, and I'm gonna unbox it. Okay, I got a feeling that this is actually the respirator, but let's check it out if really it is the respirator. This is the respirator that I purchased. It's 3M. Okay, you might be wondering, why do I need to buy such respirator, right? Because I know, yeah, we need to wear masks nowadays, but not like respirator, right? But I'm gonna tell you guys, why did I get this one? The cartridge protects against certain airborne contaminants, right? So, of course, any misuse might cause sickness or even death, it says here. So, have to really use it like, you know, not really like long term, I believe, because it is more for blocking any, you know, people who do like paintings, or you're using some toxic stuff, right? So, again, there's really warning here. So it's really need to use this with precaution. Guide, and this is the gadget. Okay, looks kind of complicated. Okay. Yeah, you know, looks really like so many things that you need to plug on. I'm not really sure how they use this. I have to figure out. Okay, so I figured out how to put this one, and the thing is, when I tried it on, this smells really rubbery, and it's so suffocating. Okay, so even if I'm not inhaling the resins, but just breathing inside this itself, it's like just breathing so much of like toxins as well. The rubber smell, it's so horrible. So what I did was I actually used this tips spray, okay, and I sprayed all around inside, and I use a tissue and wipe it off, and it made a huge difference. It does not smell so rubbery. And another tip is could put essential oils on this thing. So I am actually using, so we could remove this out. Okay, there is actually a filter here. Actually, there's like padded filter. There's another filter here, but since if it's outside here, I don't think I can breathe so much of the oils, so I'm putting it directly in here, because here is where you will breathe in. There's a valve here. Okay, so there's a like a plastic sheet here, which is like a valve, a very thin plastic, rubbery valve here. So when you breathe in, you can directly breathe in the oil. So I am using this one, the peppermint essential oil from Young Living, and it really smells so good. So what we do is just we put a drop or two into this filter here. Okay, so I'm just gonna put a drop, right? So, and then we're gonna attach it back, and it's very easy to attach it back. We just, you know, there's this marking there, like 3 markings there, right? So you just align it together, and you just pull it back. Pull it back, okay? So it's locked now. All right, so there you go, and let's try it out. Oh gosh, it smells so good right now. It smells peppermint, and it's so refreshing. You do not feel that restriction in breathing already, even though, you know, it's like fully padded here, like really covered. Everything is so covered, but when you breathe in, you can breathe freely. I promise you that. Try it out. Okay, so now I'm gonna let you know why I use these things, right? It's because I'm working on my resins, and of course I don't want to breathe in the chemicals from it. Okay, so this is the resin UV LED resin, and of course we need to open our windows to ventilate, so whatever that is in this room will, you know, ventilate out. I tried working outdoors, but it didn't work because the sun rays itself make my resin hard even before I finish my artwork. So it's a disaster. Okay, so we have to do it indoors, but just make sure we ventilate the room. And of course, I am diffusing here. Okay, I'm also diffusing peppermint. You know, you can diffuse whatever oils you want. You could mist your room so that, you know, the water will actually let the dust settle down so that the dust don't stick on our artwork. But diffusing also helps. So that's why I'm diffusing, and it makes the whole ambience and the environment so much fresher. Okay, so let's start. And of course, have your gloves as well because you don't want to be touching the resin as well. Okay, so let's start. Now I'm curing it with the LED light. So this is actually a LED nail lamp. So I just got this one very cheap online. So you could actually use that one. It helps the resin harden, but of course it does not automatically get hardened that you can touch it because it's sticky. So we still need to leave it for about 24 to 48 hours before we could actually really touch it. And sometimes I bring it out to the sunlight. Now it's shiny. Right, now it's shiny. It's pretty. But there's still some air bubbles and I need to get a torch to remove all the air bubbles. But overall it looks good. That's all guys. I hope you like my video. So if you'd like to know how do I use my essential oils and how do I make my arts and crafts, just like and subscribe to my channel and I'll update you guys soon. Bye!